Good day, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite show, The Get Real Show. Today, we have a very interesting topic at hand. What are the advantages and disadvantages of marrying someone with a different culture? Let's hear it from the rest of the squad. So today, I have your boy, Tunji, on my left-hand side, your girl, Z, on my right, and on the far right, I've got your boy, Victor. So, guys, you guys know what the topic is today.
Yeah,
what are the
already know the
advantages?
topic, and I want Tunji to go first because I know him.
Look, guys, the disadvantages and advantages of marrying from a different culture. Now, I personally, I feel like, first of all, before we even get into culture, I think there are so many things we need to unlearn to relearn, even inside the culture. Like, I don't care whoever you are or what you're like. With all due respect, with everybody we have different kind of culture, but I just feel like for me, before we go into the disadvantages and advantages, I feel like first of all I've in a way read and educate myself about culture, and especially in Africa. And what I've realized is that in most cases, our culture as an African is the same, is similar in terms of what our parents inculcate into us. So the difference is just that what people do when they are not in their environment or in that circle of where they grow up. It's like when you have a child who you train in the village, and then now he has the opportunity to go into the city. Obviously, there are so many things he's gonna. So first of all, before getting into the advantages or disadvantages, we all need to understand that there are so many things we need to unlearn to relearn.
Okay.
Melody, why are you looking at me?
Because you're next.
Is it? Anyway, for me, there's always advantage and there's always a disadvantage, right? So there's some people, they actually want to learn about other cultures, right? So they don't mind marrying from different background, different country. And someone like me, I don't know, I feel like when you personally, if I marry from my tribe, right, or from Nigeria, it means that there's a particular thing or tradition or things about us that it's not going to be difficult when I got married to someone from my side, right? But then other people, they choose to marry from other tribes, other countries, because they want to know more about these particular places, which is not a problem to them. So, but someone like me is a bit problem to me because there's some cultures you find it difficult to adapt to it. And by so doing, you might have problems in your marriage or something, because at the end of the day, you won't keep up to what this person wants or what she wants to the husband. You know what I mean? For me, it's how I see it. But in other words, it is people's choices to do whatever they want. If they want to get married to someone from another country or another tribe and all that. But the main thing to supersede everything, disadvantage and advantage, is just love. If you feel like you love someone, then you don't want to know where they're coming from or the background or the culture, whatever the case may be. You just have to adapt because you guys are in love. And that's how I see it.
Me too, that's how I see it. Because if you love someone, you're willing to do anything. You get to know the culture. If you have to Google it and get to know it. Ask the person you're going to marry, what is this? What am I supposed to do? At what time am I supposed to do this? At what time am I supposed to do this? I don't really say don't marry. If you love that particular person, you can marry. I don't have a problem with it. Me, I wouldn't have a problem, because if you love someone, you're going to do anything like to show that person you love. you don't have to like, because you expect the same thing from him as well. If you have to like, for example, Melody, if I marry you, I have to know about your culture, and like you need to go step by step with me and on getting your culture. Yes, I might make mistakes, but be there for me. Tell me when I'm wrong, and not just leave me like I won't figure it out. If you like leaving me to do it by myself, I won't do it. Just be with me along the way. Bear with me. Yes, I will make mistakes, but bear with me.
That's true.
Do you understand?
Well, look, guys, like everybody like I see is like Melodies also agreeing to.
No, I haven't said my own.
Okay, because you said that's true. So, but
No, but I'm not disagreeing with anybody.
Okay,
either.
cool. But I don't think. Look, Z, I get where you guys are trying to go, but first of all, first thing first. Look, we have some, and I'm talking about. I want to talk about. We are talking about girls who, like women who are good. We're talking about good men, not the one that are possessed. You know what I mean. So we're talking about. For me, first of all, I've stopped believing that it's all about love. Yes, it is love is essential, but I don't think it's all about love, because I believe that love is not enough.
Love is never enough.
Okay,
really.
cool. Okay, so I realized that lately, and then it boils down to unlearning some things to relearn it. Look, I wish Ori was on set for this episode. Actually, there are so many things, so many rigid things. There are no rules to this thing. First of all, there are no rules to this thing. There are so many things that actually, when I think about it, 5 years ago and 5 years forward now, then I realize that wait, who actually gives us the roadmap? Who actually put this up? Because I discovered that if you do it the way I learned to do something now, it's still beautiful, even beyond what we think before. Like, we like some years or some time ago, you hardly see men in the kitchen. But now I discovered that from how I grew up, my dad cooks for us. I remember my dad bath me and my siblings in the bathroom. I remember the picture very well. So you can't tell me now, look at me, somebody like me now, if let's say, for example, Victor doesn't come from the same background, and then I'm dating or I'm married, and then Victor comes to my house and visits me and see that I'm in the kitchen cooking ogbono soup for my wife, which is one of my favorite soup, or trying to shower my child. Victor's gonna be like, no, yo, bro, why are you doing that? You're a slave in the house. But those are not the things. Things you just need to unlearn to relearn. Like when I was growing up, my mom was so strict on me. Like I'm the firstborn male. I have a sister which is the second born. She doesn't cook. I cook. I blend the pepper on the stone. That's how I grew up. Like at a point we don't have the borehole with tap thing. I'll go fetch water from the well. I have a sister, but then my mom always tell me, I want you to do this. I didn't understand it then. Yeah. But when I left home and then I traveled into another place, then I realized that because that's why it's difficult for me to say that I cannot marry a woman because she knows how to cook. Because on my part, I know how to do it. That's not enough.
Yeah.
So I always tell my friends, and they always think it's weird. So if a woman is coming into my life and you think I should marry because you know how to cook, no, I won't, because I know how to do it too. So you need to come with a different thing on the table. That, like, do you get my point?
Okay, so Tunji, let's say you got to marry someone that is far away from.
I can marry from anywhere. If either my wife is China, Brazil, Congo, America, Zulu, Kosa, I don't care. It's all about communication.
That's what I'm asking. Are you gonna be like, you're gonna adapt to whatever?
No, I don't think we're. No. I think it's using the wrong word. No, I think it's using the wrong word. Don't forget, when it comes to marriage, you are the man, right? Yeah. Now, we're not talking about being adapting now. Okay. We're talking about relationship, working together. We're talking
about disadvantage.
No, I'm coming. I'm gonna get there. Look, first off, I'm saying, look, guys, see what I'm trying to say. I don't have disadvantage or advantage right now. But what I'm pointing out to you guys is this. before we go into disadvantage and advantage, because don't forget, what is an advantage in my home and my relationship can be a disadvantage to Z. So before we go into the disadvantages and advantages, we need to first of all come to a common ground in terms of when I say one, unlearn certain things to relearn. Two, love is not enough. And which is three, there need to be some background communication. What we do most times is we want to, because you're going to tell me now that this is the disadvantage, but then you didn't communicate to Melody, my girlfriend. You actually look beautiful today. So this is my girlfriend. You manipulate. What we do is we manipulate each other into getting married or into getting into a relationship. Now it's difficult for Melody to blend into me. Now I think she's not a good person. Why? Because I didn't communicate to Melody that if my food doesn't get ready at 7, I will feel like you don't love me.
Yeah.
Melody didn't communicate to me that, Tunji, if I text you 3 times, you don't text me back, I will feel like you're cheating. When there is that background, we are on a common ground that we're ready to build, and disadvantage and advantage, then we'll see from there.
Do you know that actually another thing is, I think if before getting into
Marriage or relationship,
right,
yeah.
you first need to like blend with each other.
But we don't do that these days, Victor.
Yeah,
We don't do that again.
Yes, but
No, it's not about years, though.
No, it's not about years.
Yeah.
But I accept what you said.
Yeah, we're not
It's
honest.
gonna make you to be able to grow
Exactly.
in whatever you're doing, even if you're not marrying someone from your tribe.
Yeah, and Vic, you know, I just want to chip in something quickly. Melody, I still need to hear what your opinion is. The problem with our generation is facing is that we are so selfish and greedy in terms of our feelings. In terms of, look, if I have issues and I love this woman so much, I don't know if it is growth or experience or is studying or is education. I need to communicate all my good vibes, my predicament to Melody.
Yeah.
Let people decide what they want to do. I don't want to decide. So what we do, our generation is now, Vic, I know that there are things that I cannot do and that you're looking for, you're expecting me to do. Instead of me to say, Vic, you know what? Take it slow with me on this angle.
Yeah.
Then leave me to decide to take it slow with you. But we want to hide it, and then we want to go together in the same space, and that's why we realize now that marriage doesn't even last 2 years anymore.
Yeah.
People spend money in marriage, in wedding. If the real marriage is broken.
Yeah.
I need to hear what your opinion is.
It's true.
You want to add?
No, but the only thing I can add more to this is because recently, like what Tunji said, we don't actually learn about each other anymore.
No, not at all.
Want to get into that thing called
And
marriage.
go.
And at the end of the day, you find out and you start telling people that this woman is not what you want. You know, because of the way she's doing things, it's not the way you do things. You regret marrying her. You start like regretting why you didn't marry from your old background and all that and all that. You know what I mean?
Vicky, someone said something one time. If you remember, Z, I think we were together, Melody. When somebody said, Melody asked a question. She said, "Who gets the food first on a dinner table? Who do you serve first, the father or the children?" Hear what people's opinion are. Oh, no. The father is the first. The father is the man of the house. But now look at this. That is their opinion. That's how they grew up. But I grew up where my dad can go into the kitchen, serve the food, and give it to us. Do you get my point now? So I don't have disadvantage or advantage. Let's have a common ground. When we have a common ground, there's a foundation.
That's true.
Bible said, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? So when we have a foundation, when we have a common ground to say, okay, you know what, Vic, I love to eat last.
Yeah.
If Melody knows that the man loves to eat last, it's not a problem.
That's true.
I want to hear Victor when all of this. I want to hear you ending your what you were trying to say because I want to hear it.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that when you get to know someone, it doesn't have to take years for you to know someone and know if you can be able to be with this person or you can be able to be with this person.
Okay.
So in actual sense, when you love someone, right? Hence, Tunji was explaining that love doesn't
It's not enough,
right?
No.
But understanding matters a lot, right?
Yeah.
When you get to know someone, you understand the lifestyle of this person, where this person is coming from. You can be able to be with this person.
That is why Tunji is saying communication.
I think
I think that is the most important thing.
Melody, you haven't said anything.
Because
Melody is observing.
Okay.
If she has something to say, she has to say. But in other words, remember, we have viewers that also we have to hear from their opinion. And most of the viewers also are passing through these things we are talking about. Advantage and disadvantage, which is not actually the actual sense, because if you know someone you're getting married to, there won't be a problem.
If we can be honest,
I think, I was about to just say the exact same thing. The problem is that we're not honest. We don't put things on the table from the beginning. You obviously know, example, you, Victor, like you might be someone who's not open to a different culture, and you now go and marry or date someone of a different culture, and you're expecting the person to be that way. Like, no, that person's not that way. That person's not gonna. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So for me, honestly, I'm very open to different cultures. I'm just like, it is what it is. But my conclusion is people should just be honest from the onset. People should communicate. People need to communicate. People are just rushing.
And when we talk about communication as well, you know, lastly before we go, we are not. We are talking about, like I said in the beginning, we're not talking about women or men that are possessed. We are talking about good men that are raised well. We are talking about somebody who really wants you. Look, the beginning actually is really not even love. Like, love is the main thing. But look, Melody, have you dated somebody that you need to convince yourself to make them want you, but they are interested in another thing? So it's with people like that, you cannot communicate anything, because they are not. But if you have two people that want each other, does he want to be in my life? I want to be in her life. She will do everything to make sure that she stays and makes it happen.
So guys, you already hear what we're talking about. So we can't actually not to hear from you guys what you have to say about this, because we know different people from different backgrounds are getting married and it's not working. So you have to know that. And
also, sorry for cutting you off, I think there is no disadvantage to marry someone. There is no. I think just you can make it work if you want to make it work. That's it. If you have two people that want to make it work, it will work. There's no advantage or disadvantage. That's my conclusion. All right, guys. So you heard what we all had to say. There is no advantage or disadvantages to this whole thing. Well, that's what I think. But again, pick your partners wisely, guys. Marry who you want to marry. Same culture, different culture. It really doesn't matter. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do not forget to hit the like button, switch on your notifications button, and tell a friend to tell a friend. See you guys till next time. I'm your girl, Melody Farida Masamba.